What is up, everybody? It's the Bearded Man coming to you again with another video. This video will be a review for Fallout 4. Everybody knows this. This was like hype. This was one of the most exciting things that everyone and anyone was talking about for a while there. Anyway, this is going to be a review. There will be some spoilers of discussion. Very light ones. They're not going to spoil the main story or anything like that. It's more or less just mechanics and certain things, certain enemies and stuff. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to make sure everyone knows there is some spoilers to the review. Now then, first off, if anyone and everyone has ever played a Fallout game, this arguably is one of the best ones for a few reasons. They let you build your own settlements in it. That's 100% awesome in my opinion. Like, you get to build your own areas basically. That's pretty cool. You even have people come in and settle them, and then you can even have people become merchants inside of your own towns. Okay? That's pretty impressive. Like, it's pretty fun too. I know I've been basically only playing Fallout 4 since I got it. Yeah. Back to the review. Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. I saw I saw my cat over there messing with the Wi-Fi for some reason. Anyway, with this type of game, if you're into an open world game and you really enjoy that type of game, I highly suggest you get this. First off, another thing is they revamped the system in a few different ways. One way is that they made damage types separate from each other. And what I mean by that is, say you have a regular 10 mil pistol in the game. It will do ballistic damage. If you have a laser pistol, it will do energy damage, and it will actually say what it does, and certain enemies will be actually resistant or weak to that damage type. You can even mix and match damage types. Now, this is pretty interesting that you can do that, because certain guns will come with a specific damage type and certain guns will come with mixed damage types. I know for one thing, I haven't found one of course yet, but I saw another YouTuber who was playing it. He had picked up what's it called, a plasma infused pipe pistol, and it did energy damage plus ballistic damage, which was a double stack of damage, which is impressive. Like, if you could find those type of guns, you could maybe have one of the highest damage in the game. Basically, I'm just telling it a more in-depth thing about it. That was me getting a little bit off track, but basically I enjoy the modifying your weapons. You can go to a weapon bench, modify them all. That's pretty great. Modifying armor, power armor too. Ooh, power armor, yes. They also, speaking of power armor, revamped the power armor system a little bit to make it so that you actually had something that would be considered really unique, because you actually have a limited time in power armor, and what I mean by that is you have a limited time in it because it runs off of cores now, fusion cores. These are spoilers. Everyone should know this. There was a spoiler disclaimer. But yeah, like, it made it so it feels like power armor is a little bit more special. Like, it's a little bit cooler to have or something. It's just really nice. a few other things that were pretty good in it. Like I've already mentioned the crafting and all that type of stuff with the modifying your weapons and stuff. You can modify base armor too. You can even put layered armor on, like say you wear your Vault 111 jumpsuit. You can actually put armor on top of that, like combat armor and stuff, like layers of it make you just that much more tough. And then you can go inside of a power armor suit and have even more armor. It's pretty great, pretty great. The enemies are truly something to behold in this game, because like if you've played a Fallout game, you've seen some enemies and you're like, oh, that thing's dangerous, I need to stay away from it. In this game, they revamped their appearances, they revamped their models, and they revamped how they act. I fought with Deathclaws, like I'm sure any other Fallout player has. Deathclaws won't come charging straight at you. And what I mean by that, they're still charged towards you, but they will actually serpentine, and what I mean by that is they will actually move in and out, back and forth, to try and dodge your bullets. That's impressive that they will try and do that. Yeah. If you found ghouls, oh man, the ghouls. The ghouls. They made ghouls, feral ghouls, might I add, a lot more terrifying. I don't know if anyone really, like, some people probably found them a little bit freaky in the last games, but these ones, they shamble around, they act like zombies, kinda. It's really interesting. I like it. Anyway, basically what I'm saying with this review is, if you haven't tried a Fallout game before, this might be one of the good ones to try first if you're gonna go into it. I don't suggest 100% to do it first. I suggest going back and getting like Fallout 3, or even go way back and play the first Fallouts, but I don't think that many people would actually want to do that, seeing as they're not first-person shooters. But yeah, if you really want to try and put time into it, I suggest getting all of the Fallout games. This is not sponsored, by the way. Just saying. But I'm just a really big fan of Fallout. Yeah. With that said, if you're really into open world games, crafting, all that type of stuff, dangerous enemies, depending on your difficulty. I mean, if you put it on very easy, I doubt that most of the enemies would be really that hard to beat. But if you actually go in and do it to try and have a challenge, then I think this would be one of the best games I could recommend, possibly for anybody. If you like open world games, that is. As of yet, too, there might be even a better game that comes out sooner or later, but as of yet, this might be one of the best ones. Plus, Fallout 4 has sprinting. I know that in other Fallout games they didn't have sprinting, and it kind of frustrated people not to like sprint. I know I've seen a bunch of different people like not like that, but Fallout 4 has sprinting. But it comes at the cost of action points, so it's more or less situational. But yeah, overall in the review, I'd say this game is amazing. And I'm not saying that just as a fanboy, I'm saying it as it's still pretty amazing, even if I look at it from a critical view. Like, there's some issues here and there, but if you look at some of the issues, it makes it a little bit more fun to mess with, because you ever seen the enemies ragdoll in the game? Yeah, they ragdoll and they go crazy, and it's amazingly funny. Like, I haven't seen it as much in this one because it's a much more polished system, but in this one, they still happen sometimes, and it's funny to watch. I mean, just a little bit ago when I was playing it, I think it's one of the, it was a person, I can't remember what they're called, but he was sitting on the ground just like spasming out, going everywhere. It was crazy. Like, their body was just freaking out, is what I'm meaning, when they were dead already. It was pretty cool. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all, if you were thinking about getting Fallout 4, get it. Get it. You won't be disappointed. Unless you don't like sprinting. Because, I don't know. Maybe you don't like sprinting. But, yeah. Anyway, this is Bearded Man. Hope every one of you has an amazing day, as always. If you're thinking about getting that game, get it, because it looks fun, and it is fun, and all that stuff. If you're a fan, you probably will like it as well. Just saying. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. You know, that little thing. Subscribe for more content, and yeah, I put out daily videos, so yeah. Anyway, have an amazing day, everybody.